Hey, what's up, fam? Joed here. I am doing a quick review of Community Connections for Youth. If you don't know, I had the founder, Reverend Ruben Austria, on the website, on the podcast. And it was an amazing podcast. I'm actually in the process of editing it now. It took a while. It was a long interview, so I had to do a couple edits, and I'm breaking it up into two or three series. So be on the lookout for that. But anyways, he's executive director of Community Connections for Youth, and Community Connections for Youth is a New York-based nonprofit organization whose mission is to mobilize organizations to develop the community and organizations to develop effective community-based alternatives to incarceration programs for youth. And they believe that increasing local community capacity um, it, to work with the youth in the justice system is key to reducing crime and delinquency and improving long term outcomes for youth. Our entire episode is dedicated to that. How specifically does he go about that? Some myths that he pops and breaks down, and ways that you can really, learn from in terms of if you wanted to incorporate some of that kind of work in your area, in your neighborhood, and a wealth of tips and resources to advocate for youth. So if you have a family member or a friend who's a good kid but just made some really bad decisions, and you don't want to see their entire life destroyed with an instant because some prosecutor has decision fatigue and he's just trying to get through his caseload, and the judge is just like really throwing the book at this person, not realizing that there's alternatives to these kind of programs, instead of just kind of having them serve some time in a juvenile detention center, or even having super strict probation policies that kind of sometimes can be seen ridiculous. Especially, it's kind of tough to fulfill some probationary obligations if you don't have a family support or family system there. So it really goes into this wholly, totally different pathway and alternative to helping youth. And more importantly, he goes into uh, the success that he's seen as in his work. Actually, that's actually part of the website review. If you go to the press room, you'll find that if you want to get access to this very important press release that they had, or report they had, of the new study coming out of John Jay College of Criminal Justice, evaluating this program, uh, this is what you'll see. They give you an overview, and then to download the full report and the technical report and companion guide, this is what happens. You have to sign up somehow and just say, before downloading, we ask you to provide a little bit more information about yourself. And boom, you have to fill it out and click submit. Now, why is this killer? Why is this awesome? Because this is a critical way to, and you see this from all my other reviews, grabbing their email address is so important. And by offering something of value, like this report, in exchange for an email address, keeps the opportunity for a conversation to be ongoing. And so I had to subscribe to their email newsletter and verify my subscription through MailChimp in order to get access to this report. And you can take a look at the report, and this is the press release, the full press release. But you get to get more information, and that's valuable, and that's really important. So kudos to Community Connections for Youth for being very savvy with this aspect of the report download. Um, Check out their campaign and become a member. I'm actually a member because their work is so amazing. If I had to make a suggestion, it would be, do that highlight that report. Like if that's like that's like that's what you lead in with in terms of your kind of your communications, to show how awesome you are. That John Jay report, verifying your methods. I would lead in with that and just put it right under here, and have the email, join our mailing list right there too. Their donate button is pretty awesome too. So it really pops out, very easy to find. But I'll just join our mailing list in addition to that. So overall, here you go, guys. $25 a month. Be a general member, and great organization. Anyways, check out the podcast coming out soon by going to panvisio.org and subscribing so you won't miss it. It's probably easy. You can subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, but it's actually better if you subscribe here, or here, by clicking on this link, because you get even more resources, show notes. Sometimes the show notes are just so long, like I can't put it in the podcast link. So check out panvisio.org for more information about the upcoming episode with Ruben Austria. That's it for me, guys. I'll catch you guys laters.